So there's major announcement happening from Pump, and if you have been watching the shows, you know that I've been longing Pump, and I think this thing actually does change the game. It's not the announcement, it's actually from when they launched the token. I'm gonna go through what happened with the token, why it was down, what resulted in the interview, and how that followed. And also, of course, I'm gonna talk about the major announcement. We're gonna run through everyday news, Justin Sun in space, the White House, Trump announcements, CFTC bringing in crypto, a bunch of stuff we're going to talk about. Let's jump into the show. If you guys are here for the first time, subscribe to the channel. I'm bringing you 24/7 news here on the channel. Keeping it short, we're going to look at the news that you missed the past 24 hours. We're going to look at some charts based on your chart requests, and we're going to obviously take the trades with you. If you're here, let me know in the comments, just so I see that you are here and enjoying yourself and everything is happening. And like the show, let everybody know that we're here. Let's get going. Didn't know Ren was running this. It's Fefe running this, bro. Fefe running this. Let's jump into this. So you have probably, if you have been watching the shows, if you've been here for quite some time, or if you just in crypto in general, you probably have heard about the Pump ICO. So PumpFun is the platform you can launch meme coins. I'm not even going to get into it because you probably have heard about it. But they had an announcement happening on July 9th, and they said that they are launching the Pump token. So the Pump token was designed to be the fuel to the Pump ecosystem. We're gonna talk about why it's relevant and what it really is, but the basic idea behind is that this is going to power the Pump ecosystem. Now, since they launched the token, it's devastation. So like it's down, 67%. It was down 67%, and now we're having a little bit of consolidation and a bounce. And we've been talking a lot about this, and a lot of people were saying, why does he not do an interview? Alan, who is the founder of PumpFun, was silent for a long time. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, he came out and he did an interview with the Thread guy. And in this interview, although I thought it was kind of bullish, everybody thought it was bearish. He didn't promise anything. He didn't announce what's going to happen. He didn't lay out the groundwork and the exact plan. Like, it was just not as, didn't live up to the expectations that everybody would have been thinking. And so BONK, on the other hand, started to be the underdog and started to basically rise to the occasion and take market share. So much so that there was these fudding tweets, which is not necessarily fudding, but it is reality that BONK has been gaining momentum and they have been taking market share. They have held 81% of the market share, PumpFun only 14%, and everybody was already basically burying Pump. Now, what is interesting is that everybody's saying BONK is hitting new all-time high, and BONK is beating PumpFun in every metric. And I had a show, and on that show I explained to you when was the show? Let me just see. 7 days ago, a week ago. And on that show I explained to you that yes, the past 2 weeks or a month, that's correct. BONK has been dominating the trenches. But if you look here, this is all Pump for like months and months and months and months. So, and I'm not saying that BONK is just, a fad that's gonna pass, but I'm just saying that it's a new shiny thing. With the launch of the Pump token and with the disappointment of the launch, BONK could gain major attention. But it doesn't mean that Pump is not here to stay and that they're not going to figure out. And then Luca came on to Frontrunners, and he had a point to make, which I completely agree with, and I've been saying this on the show. We're gonna get back to this in a second. But here's what Luca said.
I was dumb.
The question was, what would you do if you were Alan, the founder of PumpFun, to revive the token and the whole vibe?
That if you would have been more generous.
If I was Alana, I'd make a tweet and I'd say, fuck it, I was dumb. Airdrop tomorrow. And then I would say 10% of the supply to the community. For the community, we are the trenches, and then you airdrop it. The token will nuke, but it's fine because the token nuking is fine. I learned that now. I learned that the hard way because going down 90% is not easy. The token.
He's the founder of 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙, by the way.
He has so much cash. Buying $30 million of the token at 5 billion does nothing. Buying $30 million of the token at 1 billion does everything, right? And he's long-term aligned, so it's in his best interest to buy as much of his token as possible at the lowest price possible. So take care of the trenches, airdrop them and bless them. And after the airdrop and the blessing is done, the token will go down only for a month. Okay. He can buy back the token at a price that he thinks makes sense. And then
they're sitting on $2 billion in cash. And I've been saying this on the show 7 days ago. Listen to this as well. Like, it's here. Like, you literally see my positions. I'm sharing with you in the Telegram. Like, I'm down. I told you I'm taking a pun on pump. Why? Because the week ago I was down $3,500.
Fucking shit.
It is. It is a piece of shit. But I do think that this guy, Elon's gonna come out, is gonna make one breath statement, and this thing is gonna pull 100% overnight. Like, I legit think that. Am I down 3.5 grand? Yeah. But I'm sharing with you what I'm doing, because a lot of time, because all of these calls the same thing. I'm sharing with you what I'm doing. Same thing here. Look at this. Same thing. Saying one announcement. It takes one announcement for pump to actually pump. And then there was speculation. That was the one announcement after the show. This was 3, 4, 5 days ago, 6 days ago. And then it wasn't even an announcement, but somewhat, this is actually lucky from Frontrunners as well. They noticed, people started noticing that they are actually spending 100% to buy back 100% of their daily revenue to do token buybacks. So then the speculation started, and pump basically skyrocketed. Like, if you look at this, this was the bottom. This was the bottom when the speculation came about the buybacks. Pump is up about 49% since then. In about what? In about 6 days. In about 7 days. And this is what I've been saying. I've been saying, guys, there will be an announcement, and that will send the token 40%. Now, here's the thing. This was not the announcement. This was just speculation. But yesterday, we did receive the announcement, which basically confirmed, I mean, it's not necessarily like a complete announcement, but they had this dashboard come out that basically tracks the actual buybacks. Here's a platform. It's called fees.pump.fun. And what they do is that they show you how much Solana, how much dollars they spent on buying back their own token. Now, every token they buy back goes into their treasury, so it's not buy and burn like you can look at it in BONK, but still, it is actually kind of cool that they're buying it back. You see it here, they've spent about 90%, they spend much more here, so they spend about 156% on purchasing back. They're sitting on $2 billion worth of cash, but they're spending roughly about 100% on of their fees on buying back the tokens. More, it says PUMPFun currently expects to use substantially all net revenue from strategic investment. What is it? Expect to use substantially all net revenue from strategic investment. PUMPFun may modify. Where is it? PUMPFun currently expects to use substantially all net revenue for strategic investments. Sorry, yeah. So basically, they're strategic investments, but they're doing these strategic investments into their own token, acquiring more of their own token. And what Luca has been saying here as well, it's super clear. Like, this is what I've been saying for a long time. If you were Elon and you knew you're building something incredible, wouldn't you just want the price to dump like crazy and spend $2 billion of your own money to buy your own tokens back? Of course you would. And that is what is happening. So you see it clearly. Now, BONK has also a dashboard, just so you know, and they are spending 50% on buy, but they also burn the 50%. We don't know what's going to happen with the tokens that they acquire and put there into their treasury. And they only put 4% into a reserve. That's the difference here. But again, Elon, just one announcement, okay? And then he came out yesterday after the announcement on the dashboard, or the share of the dashboard, and he said that there's a huge announcement coming for organic community coins in the PUMPFun ecosystem this week. Now, here is what I can show you the chart, and then you make your own decisions. One is, this was the interview with the thread guy. Bam! Massive fall after that, right? 43% minus. Consolidation. Here was the speculation about the potential buyback, which then confirmed to be true yesterday. And here is the announcement that he's saying an announcement is coming. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was, again, running a project like this, I would dominate the trenches and I would want to have as much tokens as possible. I would have had the exact same play. The exact same play. The guy is not a stupid guy. They've been dominating the space, okay? So the announcement that's coming is going to be extremely, extremely big. We can see what the announcements could potentially be, and I'll share you my thoughts. PUMPFun is getting ready to roll out their incentive program. Some users spotted a rewards tab on PUMPFun website. So again, as Elon says, it's going to be organic community coins. Probably you can get stuff for your trading. Here's what we already know from the announcements. Daily token Daily token allocation to users proportionate to their trading. So more trading volume, the more you can earn of these tokens. Tracking both PUMPFun and PumpSwap. So if you swap and use their swap, obviously you can earn. And no evidence of retroactive rewards for past trading. So it's not going to be like they go back and they give it all back. And the question is, when will this go live? Will this be a added supply to the market, which it will be? How will they balance that? Pump allocated for rewards. How much are they actually going to give out? And definitely rewards rates. So like, what is it going to be? If I trade $1 million volume, how much tokens am I going to receive? But I want you to think about one thing, which is like the show, please, guys. Woo, woo, woo. That's not what I want you to think about, but like the show. Anyway, I want you to think about one thing, and that is that PumpFun is pivoting and they are becoming, so to say, a social fi network. I just want you to remember that it's not BONK versus Pump. It's not. Pump is way over the meme coin launchpad game. There is BONK who's still playing on the playground, and there's Pump who's taking off in a Lambo to a completely new adventure. Now, whether that's going to be successful or not, time will tell. But if anyone can build a social fi network rewarding creators in a social fi platform, is Pump. Like, it is obviously Pump. They've done it. They have live streams on the platform. They have reward system. They have everything that you can do, enabled the trenches for the people. So remember, please, that this reward program does not necessarily have to come from launching meme coins. It could come from creating a social fi platform that people would use on a memeable way, as they say, killing Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, and Solana. Or on Solana, not and Solana, but eventually I think they're gonna launch their own chain. Anyway, but that's another discussion. So I think that is a good idea to start getting into Pump. Let me just look here. So ultimately, here's what I'll be looking at. Let me know in the chat if you are going to look at, please watch the show, if you are planning to look at getting into Pump at all, or you think this is a complete bollocks. You can look here, hourly. I do think that this is a massive recovery. This here is a massive, massive, massive recovery. Then we had a massive retest down here. And then that retest is just playing into. And this is ready. This thing is ready to at least go back to the, this was the thread guy interview, by the way, to the thread guy interview. We're looking at least a 20% pump. But I do believe that this is just not going to be the top. Like, I think this is when things get actually interesting. I think we're going to get a little bit of flack here and then pump all the way. I do see pump going back to 8, 9, 10 billion in the next 3-4 months. I do see it. And we're looking at 200% from here. What is it? 300% from here. So this is something to look at, and definitely something that I don't think you should be ignoring. I mean, trade-wise, again, I do think it's a great idea. I already am in. Like, if you look at this, I don't have a stop loss. Where is it? I'm down $50 now. But I don't have a stop loss. I don't have a liquidation price. I'm going to keep adding as I have done. I have this position here on the account that I'm running on Blowfin. By the way, there is... what is it? Where is it? Did I post? No, that's the Pango trade that I posted. Sorry, there was a Pango trade. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But this is the portfolio I'm running. All of the trades are up except this little pump trade, but it's fine because it's a degen trade that I need to just wait out. Guys, this is Blowfin. If you don't know Blowfin is a non-KYC exchange available worldwide. There's a link in the description. I want you to go and check it out. Guys, this is Blowfin. You can sign up and receive bonuses as well, non-KYCs. Right here, you can go and try this out. That said, let's jump into the charts, because I think it's time to just talk about the charts. And then we're gonna cover all the other news that we've been discussing, and I'm gonna analyze your tokens as well. FWOG has the best ARC creator in the space. Okay, cool. Do we go long or in the bot? Both. Keeping an eye on it. Good. Bufu, why are my comments getting... No, they don't get removed. None of the comments get removed unless they are hardcore offensive. If your comments are not offensive, they're not getting removed. Because he's not watching the show anyway, so don't worry about it. Whoop, whoop. What's happening? So they eat, he says, community coins, so is the announcement about numerous memes. I don't know. We'll yet to see. Gibraltar, what's happening? Sharing and caring, bro. Good. What else do we have here? Any new bot investments? Nothing yet. I will keep you updated in the Telegram, by the way. So like, I do have a Telegram. It's completely free to join, like completely free. There's a link in the description. I'm sharing with you all the trades that I'm taking, exactly what I'm doing. A little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. Because it's saying that Cause tune back into the show. You just tune back from the show. Bro, you're not watching the show, I know that. Okay, so Telegram here. Go and check it out. There's a link in the description. Cause is also going to pin it up here. Could you please just pin it up here? Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks. I requested access to the Telegram. It's good. Best channel, Fefe. I'm happy. Useless. Useless. Keeping us sane. I'm happy. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Cuz. Thank you so much for doing this. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna give you a month holiday after this. I'm supposed to be asleep. Couldn't wait. Had to watch the how it's 8 a.m. in US time. Nah, Uncle Fefe, giveaway, please. Yeah, I will do a giveaway. Should we do the giveaway? If we get 250 likes, we're gonna do the giveaway. I'm gonna do the giveaway. 250 likes. React my message. React. Cause he's the greatest. I mean, yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He's okay. He needs his tampons and then he's gonna be fine. Should we do a giveaway? We do a giveaway. 250 likes. Okay, let's go. I wanted to look at the charts here because I think it's relevant. So I actually did a full update. I do update you about the market in general over here on the 𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗏. This is my trading channel. Not even trading channel. It's like a short form content that you can really just look at. Every time something happens, I can drop here. I can update you. This is the channel you can trust. So you're more than welcome to jump in here and subscribe. I'm definitely going to keep you posted with short 10-minute videos about what the market is doing, because it's going to pin it here as well. So you'll be able to do it. But what is important is that in this video, today's video, I explained that we are probably going to see a push and we needed to see a 15-minute market structure shift. All of this is explained there, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it now. But the reason why we're looking for longs is because we do have this 15-minute market structure shift. We don't have a break below, so I would not be surprised if we nuked a little bit in New York, and this would be a great buying opportunity, and then we could just roll on from here. So this is what we are going to do, and I would be looking at long positions. Some of them, obviously Bitcoin, you can buy Bitcoin, 114,000-ish would be the region for me. Higher high, 50% from here on. Ethereum, same thing. We have a beautiful close above here. You just want to come down to the 3,600-ish and moving on. Solana, beautiful breakout here, break above. 167 could be the level and then moving on. BNB, I don't see a break above. I'm not touching BNB. Doge, beautiful high coming down to 50, 20, what is it? 0.20. 0.205, that's the level that I would be looking at, and then just take a confirmation there. SUI, beautiful SUI down 50%, 3.49-ish. I would be looking at a pump from there. I think I'm gonna drop like a full analysis on the 𝗪𝗥𝗏 on all these tokens in a bit. I think I'm gonna do that after the show. We're gonna jump on here. I'm gonna do a full analysis of these tokens. Yeah, but I'm gonna do some of your tokens as well in a second. Where are we with the likes? 100 guys, there's not gonna be a giveaway. We just have to get to 250 likes. I am going to give away, let's say, 20 bucks, 25 bucks. Should we do that? I'm gonna deduct it from cuz anyway, so it's good. What's my take on Floki? Floki, I think is like incredible. BNB meme. We did a full show the other day on BNB, so I think it's good. August bearish bullish. I did a show on this as well. Does anyone know why AERO dumped? I don't know, it's just a normal pullback. I can only like once, unfortunately, already stopped. Okay, I'm happy. Your offer is the gift. I'm so happy. Awesome full analysis. Yes, do it, bro. 𝗪𝗥𝗏. Yes, we'll do it. Come on, Omi, smash it. What is your take on AERO? I think it's great. Aerodrome is the leading DEX on Base, which is backed by Coinbase, 100 million consumers, so it's good. Good old Airwave waking up, yes. What about Grass? I still don't know. People press the like button, broke the like button. Sorry, Fefe. All good. Analysis on TRON. Let's talk about the news because there is a bunch of news that's happening. One of them is, Justin's son, the founder of TRON, went to space. Childhood dream to visit space. He's so the guy is so cute though. He's coming here and he's like, look, listen.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hello. This is great.
This is me since I'm dreamed to be in the space.
Like, this is me since I dreamt to be in space. He's bringing the picture up. Blue Origin. Then they kiss the ground like Katy Perry, so it's good. It's good. So they've been up in space. This is what you can achieve with crypto, you know. Anyway, White House prepares executive order to find banks that discriminate against crypto companies and conservatives. Massive news. I mean, congratulations again. Massive news. I'm so happy. Finally, the ice cream is licking back, bitch. How does it feel to be fined for not having it? It's actually very good. If you missed the plot, major banks have rejected, you know, customers, closed down accounts, froze assets because they were transferring money to Coinbase and shit. So it is time. It is time to come back. So I'm very happy to read this. CFTC just announced new Sprint initiative to advance Trump's Bitcoin crypto roadmap. I think this is insanely big. We're gonna drop a full thing probably today on 100 Club on this. I already chatted. We're already in the making of this. But the TLDR is that this is gonna be huge. Now, markets, like traditional markets, federally registered exchanges could only trade futures, crypto futures, not spot futures. But now CFTC launched something called Crypto Sprint, which is a regulatory framework aimed at allowing spot crypto trading like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP on federally registered exchanges. It's huge, like the CME. So now they will be able to, the CFTC plans to bring these trades under its designated contract markets, DCMs, such as CME. This would basically enable real-time crypto trading on regulated US exchanges without waiting for new laws from Congress. Now you're not only gonna be able to use Coinbase and shit, you can just trade crypto on the CME on spot. It's wild. I don't know how they're gonna execute it on the custody and shit, but I think it's gonna be very, very cool. Guys, if you want a giveaway, we have to get to 250 likes. We're at 200. This is crazy. We got to get to 250 likes. 540 people watching and only 200 likes, crazy. So we gotta do that. South Korea, my South Korean friends, congratulations. South Korea just passes major tokenized securities law. Banks can now tokenize bonds, stocks, private equity on the blockchain. Asia dominating RWAs. I mean, I don't know if they're dominating it, but it's an advancement to catch up to MiCA and then the stablecoin legislation, the Genius Act and the Clarity Act. It's kind of like an advancement. But they passed the law, major tokenized security law. Banks can now tokenize bonds. Absolutely huge. Goldman Sachs says they expect the FOMC to deliver 3 consecutive 25 basis point cuts in September. That is happening. So we're going to see, most likely going to see a rate cut. It's going to be dependent on the job numbers. We're going to see how that goes. And then one last thing that I wanted to talk about, you know that I'm very extremely bullish on TON, and I have my TON position open here as well on Blowfin, right here, which is only 2.5% in profit. It was up like what, 70, 80, 90%. But we took some, thank God we took some profit, so I'm happy. But there is a treasury company announcement for TON, and that causes the pullback. I mean, if you look at TON, let's look at TON. Oh, this is the announcement. Probably they someone knew something and they offloaded. That's what I'm thinking here. But I mean, this is literally the place to buy TON. Like genuinely, I'm not even joking. This is here at the bottom here. Comes back 50. I do think next leg up for TON is 4.3. Like I genuinely believe it. I think it's incredible. I had an interview with Jack from TON, so I think it's great. But this is happening. This is the reason why TON dumped. This is also something from Jack. Apparently, it's
we're gonna have.
It was breaking news. What is the next big thing for TON?
The next thing to look at is on-chain stickers. At the moment, all of the sticker launches have been off-chain, and on-chain stickers is going to be announced and launched within the next couple of weeks. So we're going to have all of these.
The guys think I'm going to do a giveaway anyway, but I'm not going to.
Communities of fantastic
25 likes. I mean, it's ridiculous. We can't get there.
They've already all activated on Telegram stickers. We hope we'll be able to get them all to start doing on-chain stickers too. That's something that's coming very, very soon. That's something everyone can get involved with. It's only a $10 million market right now. Gifts is 200 million. So it's a small percentage of what gifts are, but I believe stickers is going to be the next big thing.
So it's TON. I'm extremely bullish on TON. All right, guys, let me take some of your tokens. Let's do 3 tokens. If we can get 250 likes within that minute, I'm gonna do the giveaway. If not, that's fine. Then we're not gonna do it. Ton, thanks for the call. You're welcome. Card going well. I don't know what that is. Let's short Litecoin. News are out. It will dump. What news is out on Litecoin? Let me see. I don't think there is anything. Farm acquires Litecoin, launches 100 million institutional treasury strategy with 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙. Okay, I mean, I don't know if it should dump. I don't know, let's look at Litecoin. It's pumping, obviously. Could be cool. I mean, acquiring it is great. I mean, waiting 50%, 116, and then from there could be a great buy. That's one. Let's do AERO because people will complain that it dumped. Maybe there's an opportunity there. I mean, AERO is at the perfect place to start buying. Perfect place. Long. It's the market structure, guys. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Perfect. 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 Yeah, perfect. I'm buying AERO. And let's do 𝗪. And then I think we're not doing the giveaway today. Seems like it. 4 likes away? Okay, I'm gonna do this fast so there's no time to like. I don't feel the community deserves a giveaway today, so. Let's go. I mean, 𝗪 is a sleeping giant, I think. The problem is this is like a built-up liquidity here. Built-up liquidity, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I would not be surprised if it dumped like this if the market pulls, but at the same time, this is like a messy reversal here. So 𝗪 is a good buy with a stop loss down here. 325 stop. Yeah, 325 stop. It's a good buy. All right, guys. Now the last second everybody likes. Now the last second. Okay, it's fine. I'm happy that you guys like the show, so it's fine. So we're at like what, 259. Okay, I'll give it to you. Let's do. I'm gonna do a giveaway. Fefe's new channel rocks. It's an old channel. That's where I started, bro. 𝗙𝗪𝗙𝗀𝗙. That's where I started. This is the home, right? This is where I started, and then it's incredible. It's incredible. I agree with you, and we're just making it to the moon. So we have a partner here. They're called 𝗫, and they have something called 𝗫 Intense. I genuinely think this is the fastest, most easiest use bridge I've ever used. I used D-Bridge for a long time. I like D-Bridge, but this is next level shit. It's the fastest. There's basically no fees because it's all on 𝗫. And it works like you don't have to think, like from anything to anything in 2 seconds. So for example, I can go from USDT to, let's say, I don't know, what should we go on to? BNB, I can go, let's go $28 so you see the fees as well. $28. I'm gonna go here. It's just so you understand, it's like cross chain, right? And then I'm gonna go from it's done. That's basically done. Then I'm gonna go from BNB, but I'm gonna go to SOL. And for the whole transaction, for everything, and I'm gonna go back from SOL just so you see who you just so you see. I'm gonna go from SOL. This is done, by the way, just so you know. I'm gonna go from SOL to dollars now as well. And I spent on these 3 transactions less than 1 minute, less than 30 seconds, and I got back 27.83. That means I spent less than what? 15 cents on these 3 transactions executed within 1 minute. It's insane. It's really good. It's really good. There's a link in the description. Go and check them out. But the reason why I also like them for the shows is because I can do gifts. I can do the giveaway in gifts. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go into USDT and I'm gonna give away 20 bucks. I'm gonna create a link, but I'm gonna pull this up here because I don't want you guys to see it. So I'm gonna pull this up and I'm gonna be tricky here because usually I just post the link and then, you know, you all just, you know, you just click the link and then sign up and all that. Now what I'm gonna do, I didn't create it, sorry. Now what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to show a QR code. Let's see. Should we just do it? Should we just do it? Let's do it here. Should I give away some SOL? What should I give away? SOL. Should I give away SOLANA? Good old SOLANA? Yeah. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna do a swap. I'm gonna do swap. Let's do 20 bucks. Swap. And it works with the passkey. It's also insane. Like, it's crazy. And then I'm gonna do the gift, but I don't want you to see. I don't want you to see the nitty gritty because then you're just gonna create gift, bomb, and I'm gonna show it to you. Let's not, for some reason, I think my VPN doesn't allow me to generate this now. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna post it in the comment section. After this is done, we're gonna post it in the comment section, the link. You will be able to claim it in a half an hour. I'm gonna post it in the comments, so just come back. And actually, I'm gonna reply to someone's comment. That's what I'm gonna do. Leave a comment at the end of the show. Not a live chat, but a comment.
Why did you like the show?
Why did you like the show? And I'm gonna, this is so fucking good. And I'm gonna leave it as a comment to your comment if I like your comment the most. Okay, amazing. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Yeah, check out this video. This is going to be the market analysis from the 𝗏𝗏𝗪 Club, so you can see where my head is at. This is the playlist. Come back every single day. I bring you offer like this, and we're gonna do much more live trading and much more stuff. So guys, truly appreciate you for being here. Click to subscribe if you're returning. Check me out on X, join the free Telegram, and I believe I'll see you in the next one.